Matt from HD Tuning, and I'm going to make a video right now discussing everyone's favorite topic, burble tunes. The first question I get asked about burbles: is it dangerous for my car? Yes and no. You know a Huracan from the factory burbles, AMG GT burbles. So they wouldn't do it from the factory if it was dangerous, right? What you're thinking of is those AK-47 pops that you hear Bmws doing, going 3 miles an hour and everyone ducks for cover. I suppose they think any type of attention is good attention. Not my thing. I'll do it for you if you need, but if you knew what I'm doing in the software to get that sound, you probably wouldn't do it. So there's a right way to do it, there's a wrong way to do it. If you want it to be loud and obnoxious, be my guest. It's up to you how you want your car to sound. I'm not a gatekeeper. I will just tell you what I would do. What I will do is probably different than what you would do. So what I like to say is, for the exotic cars that we tune, I do like an OEM plus. It's like if they made a new edition version of the car that had burbles, it would sound like this. When people want flames, that's the other thing I get asked: is it safe for my car? You're literally playing with fire. How am I supposed to say it's safe for your car? If it's fire, I have no control over that. Whatever it does after it comes out your exhaust is up to you and God. So I hope that you pray. That being said, I do a lot of it. It's cool. Everybody freaks out. Everybody screams when the freeway lights up behind you. So there's no safe way to do it. Now here's the other thing: is if a guy in a C63 asks me for it, I say no. These mid-engine cars have short exhausts, like you see 600 LT shoots flames even with cats. So when it's a short exhaust, the car kind of does it on its own. When you got a 20-foot long exhaust, what I have to do to accomplish flames is irresponsible. And no matter how many documents you sign or how much you swear to me that you won't come after me, I don't want you to call me and tell me your engine blew. I don't want to have the conversation. I like to sleep at night. So I don't do that kind of stuff. It's like if I feel like it's not something I can give you reliably, I'm not going to do it. So the last thing, let me think, what else do people want to know about burbles? You know, people tell me, like, I want it to sound like this, pop, 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 or like fast pops, pop, 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 or can you space it out and then do one big one? I am not in charge of physics, so no, I can't do that. What we're controlling is usually timing and fuel. Now, for the people that are the never burblers, your injectors are running all the time when you're idling, when you're driving, right? So me adding a fuel cut delay of a second or two is not putting any stress on the motor. There's no load on it, in fact. So even if you rev it in neutral, you're doing the same thing as if I delay the fuel cut. Now, I see in comments people say, oh, the car's running rich. You can have a fuel cut delay and still run 14.7 stoic. So the car wouldn't be running rich. You're getting a noise without creating a problem. Washing your cylinder walls out is specifically what people are worried about. When you see those extremely long flames, or you see those cars that at idle shoot massive flames and make a loud sonic boom, that's something that we don't do here. And the reason is, I don't want to look at an ignition timing map and type in -80 because I know what's going to happen. It's just not something that, again, not a call I want to get. So when people ask me, can I shoot, like, I want to go to a car meet, and it's like, you know, without load, dumping fuel and revving your motor, getting it hot, like, does that sound like a good idea to you? Like, I have to be responsible doing my job, or I will stop doing it. So I say no. In select cases, I do it. It's usually temporary because even the most obnoxious human being in the world will eventually get sick of hearing these gunshots every time they let go of the throttle. But burbles, the other thing is burbles, pops, crackles, whatever you call it, it's a different word for the same thing. You're doing the same thing, it's just how you're describing it. And usually it's a subjective thing. So like, I imagine when it's subtle, you call it a burble, and when it's a gunshot, you call it a pop. But it's different nomenclature for the same shit. So no matter what you call it, there is a safe way to do it. There is a dangerous way to do it, an irresponsible way, I would say. But burbles on their own are not inherently dangerous. Now, I brought up the Huracan. If you log a Huracan, when you let go of the fuel or the gas pedal, you hear 2 or 3 pops, pop, 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 right? So there's a second or less of a fuel cut delay, and the amount of ignition timing they're pulling, you can log it, is -5. Okay, that gets you that clean sound. Now, what you see on those cars that shoot flames, it's more than 10 times that. Now, you can spend all day Googling why that would be a good or bad idea. You'll be hard pressed to find anything that says it's a good idea, but you can argue that it's not bad. In my experience, I've been tuning for a long time. I tune, these motors are tens of thousands of dollars. We're not talking about super motors here. It's not that easy to build them, find parts, you know what I mean? Don't fuck with it. Don't do that. My advice, don't do that. Now, I had a few conversations last week that prompted me to make this video, and hopefully I can just send this to people as they ask. It's like, there is a responsible way to do it. We had our shop F8 shooting flames for 20,000 miles. Nothing happened to it. He did go through turbos for other reasons, and aftermarket turbos usually don't hold up to heat as well as the stock ones, believe it or not. So if you're worried about reliability, if you're worried about gas mileage, burbles should not be on the menu. If you want to enjoy your car and have a mild burble, you can do that without sacrificing reliability. If you want to shoot flames and make loud gunshot pops, we can do that for you. But there's no guarantee that that's going to be a reliable thing. They can't coexist. So that's the message. Burbles. It's personal preference. By the way, I have to say this. The BMW community has ruined the concept of burbles. Like, everyone I talk to, they start gagging. You talk about burbles. You could just ask your dad for a hug. It's not that hard. You don't need attention that bad. Everybody hates you, I promise. Shut the fuck up. Be normal. Okay? So that's my message on burbles. Sayonara. See ya.